Okay, hello, welcome to the stream this week. I'm Milo and my pronouns are they, them. Um, yeah, we're back with more Skunny. Last week we played Back to the Forest and Save Our Pizzas, a couple of DOS platformers from 1993, based on Skunny, who is a squirrel mascot from Belgian company Copysoft. This week we're going to be looking at some of the shooting games. I'm adding them together in that way. Wild West is a platform but has shooting elements, and the other two are like scrolling shooters, Lost in Space and Desert Raid. So yeah, we'll start with Wild West. This is the only game that has a direct connection to another game in the series, because as we talked about last week, I'm still not really sure what order they're supposed to be played in, if any. Yeah, so let's jump into it. I've got DOSBox open and I'm ready to go. Oh yeah, command line interface. Okay, so I've already done all the CDs and LSs that I need. So I just need to... Oh! That didn't work. Right. I executed the wrong executable. Sure. Okay, here we go. Sorry about the beep. I don't think it was too loud, actually. I think it was okay. Right. So read the help me if you need help, I guess. So like all the Copysoft 93 Scunny games, it has the same opening... Oh. Did I just mash through an intro sequence? Let's just start the game again. Every exit sequence also has the same sort of Roman centurions on it from Save Our Pizzas. What do I do now? Escape again. Yeah, okay. So I can press up. Classic. Press up to get your last command. Wow. CLIs, how exciting. Okay, no mashing this time. Oh, the game is so quiet. Hold on. Gonna boost this. More? More? Why is it so soft this time? Ridiculous. I'll see if there's options in the settings. Oh, you can turn sound off entirely. Well, we want sound. I guess, yeah, I guess I'll just have to boost it. And again, I'll turn it down to easy. Because ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, cool. Alright, let me boost the volume, so... and my own ears as well. Well, now it's not playing anything. Alright. Well, it's quiet right now. Oh, the demo. Hold on. This is a good test. Okay. Well, there's a preview of what's going to be happening in this game, unfortunately. Yeah, this is just way quieter than the other games for some reason. I'm actually going to boost the output from the audio capture. What? How do I usually do that? Yeah, this one. Why can't I... Hold on. Advanced audio properties. There we go. Audio output. So that can go up to, let's say, 5? How's that? Still a bit low, maybe? I'll boost it a bit more. Bear with me. 10. It is a logarithmic scale, I believe. Okay. I think that's okay, but, you know, as soon as someone gets here, I'll ask them. So strange. Well, hopefully it doesn't revert to its prior levels in the other games and blow everybody's ears out. Right. So let's start here with some instructions and such. See what's happening. It's the Wild West, along with all the lazy tropes you would expect. So information is usually the same list of things describing all the Skunny games at this point, because as far as I could tell, they were just all released together, basically. Instructions. Down to pick up stuff. Move, jump, fire. And you need 100% sheep. I think those are sheep to complete a level. You can go through some platforms by jumping on them. Okay, that's the most extensive instructions screen yet. So what's the story of this game? Skunny in the Wild West, when the West was wild and woolly. When Skunny was on his last mission in Save Our Pizzas, he was sent back to ancient Rome, and after he defeated the chef of Cadiz, his time machine went wrong, and he was sent forward in time to America when the West was wild and fast food meant trying to catch a buffalo traveling at 40 miles per hour. Skunny found himself in the middle of the desert with a herd of sheep and a letter his mother gave him before he went. Okay, we're getting a new character introduced now. Dear Skunny, I hope you are not too upset, but I had to alter the Wizzo transducer on your time travel machine. You see, I met your father back in 1909, and we set up a small farm in the West. Wait, how old is Skunny? Hey, Gibbon, we've got some timeline shenanigans now. So, after the transportation back to the Roman Empire, Skunny discovered that his time machine had been altered by his mother in order to bring him to the American Wild West. So 1909, yeah, this raises a lot of questions about exactly how old Skunny is, but let's move on. We reared sheep and used them to make woolly tail scarves, but we were attacked by a group of vicious thugs wearing cow horns. They stole all the sheep, and to this day your poor father cannot forgive himself for letting them do it. If you can get the sheep back, then time will have healed his breaking heart. We will love you always, Skunny's mummy. So she's American, but she calls herself mummy. Maybe they moved to America and they're from Europe. 1909 is kind of late for it to be like the Old West, right? I don't know. Okay. Gather round your fire and pour a cup of coffee and hear a tale of a simple sheep farmer who, against all the odds, fought oppression, greed, and downright nasty varmints to make sure his sheep got to safety. Oh wait, are they doing like a Back to the Future 3 thing here? Time travel and Old West? Okay. Back in 1909, Skunny drove his sheep across the Great Plains of the Wild West, and along that trail he made camp on a cold and frosty night. Skunny loved to carve wood, and as he did this, he would sing his favorite song. Wait. Is this like the new status quo? He's gone back in time, and now he's like adopted the life of a shepherd. This is so confusing. Anyway, maybe not the best day for me for this. Anyway, he would sing his favorite song, Oh My Darling Clementine. Kind of itching to find out when that song is from. But then again, Skunny's from the future, so he could bring something back in time. And make it famous. 1884 or 5. Authorship unclear. Interesting. Suddenly he stopped singing and rose to his feet slowly. He shouted out, "Who's here?" But there was no reply. He reached for his water pistol, okay, and sniffed the air. All of a sudden there came 4 shadows darting out from behind the trees. They were closing down on him fast. Skunny rolled and let off 2 squirts from his pistol. He had hit one of the shadows square between the eyes, and the shadow fell as quickly as it had appeared. Okay. A lot of force with the water, I guess. The light of the moon shone on the remaining 3 faces who had now stopped in their tracks. "Drop your weapons," shouted Skunny. "Please don't hurt us," they replied. "We have a message from the Cow Pie Company. Here it is. Skunny Hardnut, turn back your sheep, or you will never get out of here alive. Our cows need that grassland, and you ain't having it. Signed, Sly Moo Cow Perhaps." What? Is that a pun? Sly Moo Cow Perhaps. Sly Moo Cow Perhaps. I don't get it. Skunny said, "Tell your boss that my sheep have just as much right to this grass as any critter on earth." I would argue that point, since they're an invasive species that was introduced by foreigners, but anyway. "Now get off my land or I'll wet you through." This is so weird. The 3 men picked up their partner in crime and ran off into the night. Skunny sat down and looked up into the stars and whispered, "Mother, don't worry, I'll get those sheep to safety." Skunny cried softly and remembered his promise. This is wild. Does Skunny ever go back to the present, or is he just living here now? I guess we'll find out if we've finished this game, right? Okay, well, now we know everything we need to, I guess. So, hi, Captain. How's it going? You're on mute, but yeah, he's on mute. But I had to, for some reason, this game was much quieter than any other I'd played so far. So I had to like super boost the volume coming through the game. So let me know how the volume balance is, please, when we get into it. Okay, let's start. No, I mashed through and exited. Start again. We'll get there one day. I've forgotten the buttons that I've mapped, but yeah, I'm getting back into it now. Oh, I wonder if that face is reused as well from one of the other games. Maybe one of the Centurions or something. That's all the intro is. Okay. Alright. We're starting. We're in the Wild West. Finally. It took us a while to start. The Indians. Oh my gosh. I don't want to kill them. Oh boy. Here we go. Colonialism. Hooray. Okay, so we have a... Oh boy. Instead of a bar for health, which we had in the Romans, I'll save our pizzas, we've got a percentage of health. Yeah, it's unfortunate. We also have limited ammunition for our squirt gun, but we need to go grab that sheep, so... Will I be able to make that jump? I also have to remember to make save states. Oh, this guy's protected. I can't hurt them. That's alright. I can't crouch either. So we're relying on the game giving us pickups and stuff. So we've also got an icon down there for some kind of toolbox, but I don't know what that is. Does the game sound level... Oh, okay. Does the game sound level seem okay, Gibbon? Compared to my voice. Yes, we made it. Alright, so we had to press down to pick these up. There was one earlier, but I didn't grab it. Oh, okay. It's just an extra small platform that we can stand on to make certain jumps. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I thought there would be like a building mechanic. It's a little simpler than that. Yep, just squirting all over them. Oh, they respawn? Goodness me. Okay, well, we got a lot of water pickups, so that's good. I gotta wonder about the scope of this. You need to get all the sheep in a level. Did one of them despawn or what? No, I got them both. Okay. Okay. Actually, I do wonder where the checkpoints are in this game. Maybe we'll find out at some point. Wait, we don't want to pick this up, because this, I guess, teaches you about what use they are. Ow. There is a new teetering animation. We'll have to find out what that is in a bit. Oh, any heart will restore your health completely, which is nice. Okay. Oh! Whoops. I don't have time for your teetering right now. Okay. Still, nice backgrounds as usual. Yeah, see, I knew I would need that to get up there. Oh no, I need another one? You're kidding. So there was a second one in that secret area that I guess I didn't pick up. Alright. Come on, you are our only hope. For what? What's actually my goal here? To beat the bad guy who's trying to steal my land. Well, I say my land, but look who I'm fighting right now. Come on. Alright, so we want to actually grab this. And then I guess grab another one later. But let's check out that teetering. So they're no longer using the Piglet Winnie the Pooh sound clip. Now he goes beep. Some very fun mouth sounds there. Ooh, a 35 stream streak. How about that? Ah! Well, screw you. Okay, so dying keeps all the sheep that you've collected, but it doesn't refill. Yeah, I think my ammunition might be an issue. Let's just... Oh, come on! He's blowing a raspberry? Yeah, it's some kind of Three Stooges sound or something. Not that I've watched much of them. What did that say? This is your last chance to make history or something? Yeah, that's what it says. Game over. Well, there I am on my scoreboard. Load. Okay. So I could backtrack from this point. Probably faster, honestly. Wow. Captain, is the volume balance okay? Really not sure about it because I had to boost the volume in an odd way. Okay, thank you. At least the music, I guess, is a little better in this one compared to the repetition, the short loop of the other one. It's still a short loop, but it sounds better. Just a bit, you know. Ugh, the respawning enemies. Oops, I wasn't supposed to come down there. Okay, we're finally here. It's not there. Oh, I probably like pushed it over by walking that way, right? Where is it? There's a small pass-through platform over here. Oh, finally I got it. Thank goodness. Okay. So now we go back. We gotta kill these guys, or splash them so they go away. I don't know. Because, yes, they're very liable to knock you off the platform. Okay. Can I beat the level now, please? How many levels does this one have, anyway? I feel a creeping sense of dread. But hey, if it means we have to do more Skunny streams, that's fine. I should probably read what the website says about this, actually. Just for a bit more context. I know we had a lot of context earlier, but I crave more context. So here's what I'm going to do. Back to the browser for a second. Graphics, parallax scrolling, and masked foreground objects. Fast scrolling. Invincible enemies. Wait, what? Why is that a feature? And they're not invincible. They're just respawning. I guess the ones in the tent are invincible? So strange. 10 levels. Okay, same as the other ones, I think. Okay. Well, wasn't that fun? There's Skunny doing his star jumps again. Good on you, mate. And we've refilled our health. Hooray! Snake! There's just no way to avoid their projectiles, so you're just damage racing every enemy. Well, we could grab some ammo at least. Let me out? Okay. What is this pond hanging midair? It doesn't make any sense. Ah! Okay, calm down. It's all good. We're having fun. Sorry, I'm incredibly fatigued right now. Had a very busy weekend, so... Okay. Tell me they're backloading all the sheep, and I'll just be able to grab a whole bunch. That would be nice. Go rest. Maybe we can limit this stream to the one game instead of trying to cram all three into it. I really look forward to doing these streams. It's like good for my mental health to enjoy them. That's my argument. But I appreciate the concern. The game that you're totally enjoying. That's beside the point. Ah! I'm sure I will come to love this game as I continue to play it. I just have to put the time in, you know. I've heard that Stockholm Syndrome is not a real phenomenon. Oh no. Okay, there was an alternate exit. I thought I would need another pile of wood, but I wouldn't know where to get it at this point. Oh! So rude. Okay, I've gotten quite far. Are there checkpoints in levels? There are. Okay. Was there anything that indicated it, or is it just sort of there? I feel like it's just there. And yeah, I lost a lot of ammo from that death. Good to know. I'm pretty sure I had a save state, right? I don't know, I'm not sure. Let's just keep going. Yeah, this music loop is a lot better than the other games ones. It's an improvement. Is it possible that they even incorporated coyote time eventually? Oh, finally? I think not, actually. Whatever order they developed these in, maybe they were all done at the same time. But they're all clearly like the same engine and stuff. But I like that they have different gameplay ideas. It's not just sort of level packs for the same game concept. Like, Rome had very different style, Pizzas had different styles of levels to Back to the Forest. And a whole different like central gameplay conceit. Plus it had dropping the bombs. This one's got the shoot 'em up aspect, sort of run and gun. The levels are a bit more straightforward because of that. Ugh! Horrible. 99 ammo down to 40. Incredible. Yeah, don't go for it. I have a sort of hyper awareness of... Oh god! I'm so sorry about the beep. I'll try to remember not to do that. An unfortunate side effect of boosting the volume, which I had to do so that you could hear the game. But that was a sort of PC error noise when I hit the wrong button. That's horrible. So that was me hitting the enter button before I'd hit the save state hotkey, which you need to hit the enter button for the interface of DOSBox X to save the state. But I guess if you hit enter, DOS will make that noise, or the game will. Sort of a PC speaker noise or whatever. Don't know why it would. But yeah, when the game action pauses, you can't see the dialogue that comes up, but it's me creating a new save state. Oh my god. I tried to jump, but yep, there's no coyote time. Even in the Old West, where coyotes would be most of the time. Not that old, I guess. The year is 1909 for some reason. When was Back to the Future Part 3 set? It was like 1885, right? No, no, don't tell me. Did I already reach this point? Yeah, it's right here. Can I jump over? No. So where did I miss the wood? Was it hidden back in this cave, maybe? The the honk honk as well is a new sound effect that also gives me like Three Stooges vibes. I'm just kind of mashing down in here because down is the button to pick up the wood piles. Man, this is obtuse. I don't remember seeing any wood that I missed, you know? But surely if it existed, it would be after the checkpoint, right? So we die. That would only be fair to put it after the checkpoint. Right. Because I put a wood there before, but the wood doesn't last through a death trigger and a respawn. That's interesting. So surely, given that knowledge, and that I would have had to put a wood down to reach this part, it can't be anywhere earlier than this. It's impossible. Okay. It's not in here, as far as I can tell. Yeah, it must be in here then. Alright. Just gotta mash down in all these spaces. Oh, is there a gap here? There's a wall here. I can't actually go through. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the most cruel Skunny game yet. Surely. Surely. No? I think this is all flat. No, there's a little gap, a little lip here that you then walk out through, but there's no wood. I've confirmed there's no wood in there. Yeesh. Who knew that this would get so tricky in that way? I guess I should save, right? Might as well. Okay. I wonder if there's a way that OBS could like cap sounds that are coming out of the system so that if that beep were to happen again, it wouldn't blow everybody's ears out. Let me just check on the advanced options. Sync offset, audio monitoring. I don't know what that does. Tracks, mono, status, balance. Yeah, not that I can see. Properties. Nope. Filters? No. Maybe? Maybe filter? Noise gate. Threshold. What? Noise gate feels like it'd be the right thing. Close threshold and open threshold. They're both quite low. So what if I put... yeah, I want it to... Oh, it doesn't go above 0, but my current just normal volume is above 0 decibels, so I don't think this is gonna work. Damn. Oh well. Let's find that wood. I'll just have to remember not to press enter again. And we're back. We're back to where we got stuck. Maybe there's a secret. Nope. Okay. Maybe I need to kill this guy? No? Go in here? I don't get it. There's no way it could possibly be earlier in the level. Unless they want you to drop the wood and then backtrack to get more wood. But the checkpoint is after that point. It doesn't make any sense. Ugh. Well, that was odd. I guess I can check Skunny. Just gonna check a guide. Surely people have written FAQs for this game. Surely. Nope. Oh, cheats, yeah. Type these while playing the game. More lives. Okay, let's try that out. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. I pressed enter. Sorry. Water, burger, oh yeah. Well, oh yeah didn't work. Oh, I didn't switch the screen back. And those cheats were on the Copysoft website, by the way, as well. I didn't have to go to game FAQs. Hold shift. I could try. They were full caps, weren't they? Oh, yeah. Nope. I'll try caps lock on. That didn't work either. The cheats don't work. But what does the website say about cheats? There's a page for them. See, all of them except cart have cheats. Well, even cart does, but they're different. Yeah, like there's no real instructions. We want you to enjoy your game to its maximum potential. Burger, oh yeah, water. And I did try these before starting last stream in Back to the Forest and they didn't work then either. Yeah. That's weird. Okay, well, the cheats aren't too much of an issue anyway with my save states, and like it's pretty generous about giving you the items that you need to stay alive and that kind of thing. So all I really need to know is how to actually progress this level. I guess I have to watch a video. If anybody has made one. Barrels. There's barrels later on. Well, I guess all we've got is this multi-part Let's Play from 16 years ago. So thanks to Y203 Productions. That's a lot more tense than I've seen so far, so this must be further along. Why is this loading so slow? Oh, so they have wood already when they get to that part. Alright, I'm gonna restart the level, I guess. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I gotta restart the entire level. Get all those sheep again. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this one, honestly. So yeah, we've got to be just super aware and locked in of where wood is at all times. It's weird how, like, you pick up a pile of wood, and there's a little, like, toolbox carpentry icon, but you don't actually build anything. You just put down the wood and stand on it. Feels like an unfinished feature or something. Alright. New save states. Overriding. That was my instinct to press down to dock while waiting on an auto scroller, but pressing down drops your wood. Okay, so that one is just there to get you over that first platform, to teach you about wood getting you over platforms. So we'll leave that piece there and come back for it because we have a piece now. And we're gonna have to backtrack to get that one. Gee whiz, backtracking. But yeah, this is the bit we've done before. There's 2 in a row. That's why I keep saving. And we'll get that health refill when we come back. Do not need to spend wood to get that previous wood. Oh, so like the one that was there I could pick up? Maybe. I could try. This game is just so different from the other ones. If it's being so incredibly strict about this requirement. Okay, so we'll save state here. Go down, pick up the wood. No, we can't get up. So this wood needs to be here. We can't bring it along. It's there to enable us to get to this part. But there's another bit we can grab. Here. Get our water refill and our health. Oh my god, the hitbox on these guys is so tall. Okay. So health's a bit low, but we're okay, and we have the wood. We have the maximum wood we could have at this point. It'll never be better than this. It's a puzzle. It's very puzzly. So we needed that to get over that part. And we need this to get over this part. But is this not where the checkpoint was? And you cannot possibly have extra wood advancing past this point. We've confirmed that now, right? So now I'm really confused. Okay. Unless it's hidden in a super secret wall. The wall cavities have always had a tell, right? A hole that you can see through. Can you jump over the top of that weird shaped overhang? No, I believe I tried that earlier. Oh boy, oh boy. I'll take the death. These enemies are mean. Well, we are intruding on their land. Yeah, so I did try this earlier. And it does stop you. Or maybe your maximum jump height stops you. Either way, you can't get over that part. No, that's okay. It's worth exploring all our options, because I really am stuck at this point. We know that that Let's Player was able to have an extra piece of wood. But how? Without just watching their whole video. I don't know how they could have done that. And enemies don't drop anything, so they're not going to drop wood. It's impossible to hurt the ones that are inside the tents. So I guess it's just hidden inside one of these caves, maybe. I realized I might have pushed it against the wall there, and we don't want that. So we got to be extra diligent in these caves that exist. Okay, so gonna like, I think I already messed up there. So what I want to do is hop here. Oh, but you can't, the ceiling's so low. Alright, I don't think there's one there. Okay. And it hasn't come up yet, but I don't know if you can hold more than one wood at a time. Not that that would help, really. Okay, no wood in there. There's a sheep in here. Oh, we can't even move past this point. Okay. Okay, I am sure that there's no wood in there. We have more water than we know what to do with at this point. I'm getting that sinking feeling. Well. It's just sad we're not going to be able to see the other backdrops, because these games always have really nice colored backgrounds. Inside the tent? There was wood in the tent! Oh, but I died. Okay, but I know where it is, and I made a save state. Captain was just... he's trying to help. Skimming through what I thought was a walkthrough, but it stopped exactly where you are due to the demo ending there. Amazing. But we actually did figure it out, thank God. So we need to grab this quick, and you don't need to jump on top of a wood to grab it, apparently. Oh, it wasn't quick enough. Okay, we can progress. Which is kind of bad, because I was about ready to give up on this game, but we're gonna keep going, I guess. Surely this is the most difficult part of the game, right? The shareware part really filters out the freebie gamers, right? Yeah, the speedrun strats with that early jump. Yeah, I'm a real gamer, don't you know? Okay. Now we can continue. We're still only at 62% sheep. But here we are, progressing. You're joking. There's another one. This sucks. Well, I guess it has to be hidden in another one of the tents, and we would have needed to backtrack from here anyway, unless you can carry two at once, which I haven't confirmed yet. Whoops! But yeah, I have to check all the tents. But if there's a Native American in there, a First Nations person, you know, in the tent, I can't go in the tent because they're blocking me physically and will cause damage, right? Wait, how do I go back? Okay, I can drop down somewhere in there. It's a little unclear. So that's where I got it before. Is it possible there's a second one in there? Surely not. If they stack, maybe. Okay, there's none in there. So yeah, we need to find a tent that is empty and that we can then go in. And we would have needed to backtrack across the whole level. I guess having that knowledge, we would be able to confirm at this point if we could pick up two at once. Okay, so we can't get in there because they're definitely invincible, although I suppose I have to check, don't I? Okay, so they're not invincible and there is wood in there. All my preconceptions are being challenged right now. That's what true art does, you know. It pads out the playtime, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we found the secret wood. It is no longer a secret. And the demo, did the demo show going into a tent and getting wood? Because if it did, then this is all on me. You gotta watch those attract modes, people. It's very important. They teach you how to play the game. Now, if there's a third one of these, I'm going to poop my pants. The demo ended at the first checkpoint, okay. And the getting wood out of tents mechanic only was required after the checkpoint, so... No. 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 No! Okay. You know, at this point, should we just restart again? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna restart. Okay. For real this time. Alright, see you later, Captain. You got the experience of this game, I guess. Okay. Here we go. Okay, never mind. Our only hope, Jesus. Our only hope when it's about slaughtering the native people. Awful. Ugh, yeah, I really am not vibing with the theme of this game. I like that guy's riding a hobby horse. That's fun, right? Yeah, cool. Alright, so we're going to go into every tent we come across this time. And we're going to confirm at some point, hopefully, if we're able to carry more than one wood at a time. So, saving all the time. Just die. Right, okay. So you saw that. Not all the shots caused the enemy to flash red, okay? That's why when I first shot at it and it didn't flash red, I quote-unquote learned wrongly that you can't damage those guys in the tents. But it was a lie. You can. Wait, what? His hat comes off when he does the pickup animation. Oh, maybe he's storing them under his hat. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a big hat. No! Frick. I did save. Okay, I have wood. I go in here. There's no wood in here. So we just have the same one that we started with. Fine, good to know. As long as we mash hard enough, we can get through that. Where does this knife come from? It just falls from off screen. Ridiculous. Oh yes, there's a wood here and I'm holding one. Okay, pressing down drops wood if you have wood and picks up wood if you don't have wood. Which does mean that backtracking is required. Oh my goodness me. Okay. So we still haven't found our phantom third piece of wood that is also required. But we know we need to backtrack for that one. Okay, so is it in this tent? We'll drop this piece of wood to check. No, no wood in there. Can I jump over this? I can't. Okay. So yeah, gotta backtrack. Still looking for the third wood. Okay. Wood goes here. I messed up. So we gotta wait for the boat, I guess. Oh! I am not happy about that, but it happened. Yeah, there's more water in there. But it's not like you ever really run out of water. I have so much. But it also seems like not all of the... You know, my foes... Obviously Skunny's the bad guy in this scenario. But the enemy characters here... Not all of them respawn, which is good. I learned that, and that's good to know. Grab it. Thank you. So the hobby horse ones do respawn. Are they the only ones though? They might be. Okay, so we have wood. And we're progressing. I can't believe it's going to take me over an hour to be the first level. Of 10, by the way. 10 levels. So maybe we will play the first level and then move on to a different game. Perhaps. I don't know. I'm not sure at this point whether I'm committing to that. Okay, so here's a tent that I don't think we've been in. But no wood. Confirmed. Okay. And there wasn't any in any of these caves. I don't even need to go in this cave. But I feel I need to double check anyway. And I do know now that you don't need to be standing on top of wood to grab it, which is nice. Are you kidding me? That's so unfair. Okay, I don't need to go in there. And I don't need to stand... Yeah. Goodness me. Yeah, you can grab wood that's just in front of you. So I think Skunny's outfit here is the jacket that he was wearing in the first game, Back to the Forest. But it's... He's got like a sheriff's star or something on over the top of it. Okay. Well, need to go back for that sheep. You can see it in the teetering animation and the jumping animation. There it is. And there it is. So even though he's a shepherd, he's a sheriff. It's just like a mashup of Western tropes, really. Really thoughtless. Okay. Wood in the pink tent. That's the one I was missing. That's the phantom third wood. So now we have everything we need to progress past the point I was stuck at before. Okay. But it will require some backtracking. The mysterious phantom third wood, indeed, indeed. It's the mysteries of this game. Full of intrigue and suspense. Yep, that was a boss. Just wait a little bit for it to come back, and then we make this jump. And again, all good. Wow, the rare backwards teeter animation that didn't display properly. So we also know there's a wood in that tent, but we can't carry it right now because we're already packing wood. Under my hat, by the way. What that says about Skunny, I leave to the imagination. Are you kidding me? Oh god. I need to take the load state there. Because dying would take me even further back, way further back. Okay. No, don't bother. They just respawn those ones. I did it again, and I didn't save. Didn't really need that shape, we'll come back for it anyway. I don't think the snakes respawn. Okay, save made. Okay. Oh, you're joking. Funny. Alright, cool. Here we are with our one wood. We need 2 more. But we know where they both are. It just requires a lot of backtracking. And God help this game if there's a 4th wood required, because I have no idea where it would be at this point. And back we go. Well, there's one here, so we might as well grab it. And escape before they respawn. I didn't quite, but it's okay. If this one level is the whole game, I'll be overjoyed, but no. The website promised 10 levels, didn't it? It promised. And at this point, it's more of a threat than a promise. Okay. That's 2 wood down. Just to confirm, we need a 3rd wood for this part. And we know where it is, but it's a long way back. So I'll drop my save state. I wish I had a super health acorn right now. Talking about backtracking through stages, if I could just fly through the terrain, that would be really helpful. But they only exist in the future, not in the past of 1909. But yeah, this has more in common with Back to the Forest than I thought. With the whole backtracking thing. Skunny also has 2 different jump types. If you're walking when you jump, he's got a longer horizontal momentum to it. Oh, there's one here. I was misremembering where I needed to get it from, but that's okay. And if you're just sort of standing when you jump, you can't get as much horizontal speed as if you were already moving when you started the jump. Isn't that interesting? There you go. We gotta pry whatever insights we can out of this experience, you know. I thought I was on the higher platform. Well, good thing I made that save state, I guess. Because I think it would still be shorter than restarting from the checkpoint. And I'm not sure if the other woods would still be there if I restarted from the checkpoint. It would take a while to confirm it, and so I don't feel like I need to do that. But yeah, imagine doing the whole backtrack again because you missed one jump. Couldn't be me with my DOSBox X save state build. Which, by the way, DOSBox X is not delivering Windows builds at the moment. I don't know why. There was an explanation, but I didn't understand it. So I had to get a third-party build of DOSBox X that someone else had compiled. Because my build was a few years out of date. I haven't used it in a while. But now that I've sort of got it running, I think I've thought of some other games I could play with it as well. Oh god! The jump scare of failing the jump. Alright, this time I will save state because I am a good gamer who remembers to do things. But yeah, that was the PB right there. We bypassed the Phantom Third Wood requirement. Not bypass, but like, yeah, we've done it, right? I put the work in, and here we are. Drop the wood, get up here, save state. Now we're at the real PB, where we can actually keep our progress. So this is all new stuff. Drink it in, people. Drink it in. Okay. Oh, background. I don't know if they're called TPs. Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm not sure where we are and which language group this is and whether that applies in that language. You know, it's a whole thing. Oh great, totem pulse. Again, just a mishmash of all the tropes you can think of. I must enter the tents, invade their privacy, and ransack the wood inside if it exists. Because we don't want to be caught out without wood at this point. There was none in that tent. They are TPs? Okay. I'm not really sure, I don't have the knowledge and experience to say. Yeah, not sure if that's accurate for wherever this takes place, but yeah. Yeah, that's my issue. But I guess I can call them TPs for now. I am an ignorant Australian. Okay. Exit. Why is it pointing to the left? Do I need to go into TP? There was nothing in that one, not even water. When the game's otherwise been throwing water at me. I was past the exit sign and I died. Oh, this is a fair way back. But I hadn't made a save state. So it's functionally the same. Wow. Terrible. Quite a lapse in judgment. Teepees are conical, wigwams are dome-shaped, longhouses are longhouses, chickees don't have walls and leaved roofs, and those are all the ones I can remember from my Native American studies in school, says Gibbon. Interesting. See, my question about all that is, what language are those words coming from? And, like, which group speaks that language, and how applicable is it to the many nations, you know, that live or lived in which areas. But yeah, that is good to know. I didn't know Chicky is new to me. Like, I did watch Prey recently, and I watched Pocahontas last year, but I don't know how educational and true and stuff those really are. Prey's a really good film, lots of fun. Teepee is a Dakota/Lakota word. Wigwam is Algonquin, and not sure where the others are from. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. Yeah, I didn't actually expect an answer from that, so that's really cool. Thanks. Okay, so we're here again, and we have a save state this time. There was nothing in that TP. This guy's a real hazard. Real problem. Okay, and 3 sheep here. Ah, so we need to have the sheep and then go to the exit sign. I'm sure that's it. No? Go to where the exit sign's pointing, which is this teepee? And that's the exit. Oh my god. Whoa, what a ride that was. Wild. Okay, the station. Admire the background of the mountains. But, oops, wouldn't you know it, I only have the shareware version of this game. I can't play the other levels. It says registered here, but no, that's wrong. I don't have the registered version. I only have shareware. I could not find the registered version of this game. So, oh, that's too bad. I can't play the rest of the 10 levels of the game. Oh, well. So we're going to go play a different game now. How about that? I do wonder if we're fighting Native Americans the whole game. But, you know, that's something that other people can figure out if they really want to know. As for me, I have to quit because I can't play this game anymore, you know? It's just how it is. Unfortunate. Yeah, see, this is just a little preview of what you could get in the full game, but it's not available to me right now. So we're going to go down to quit, and we're going to quit. Okay. Now, I think the volume level should be higher for any other games I'm playing, so I'm jamming that slider back down in OBS. So hopefully no more blowing out of ear holes. And yeah, we're going to go back through our interface here. What happened? Why am I back here? Jesus. Alright. Yes, I want to mount C. You ask me every time. Okay. DOS. What's it called? Copysoft. Oopsie. Copysoft. And then what's that? LS. Next game I'm playing is Desert Raid. So we're going to CD to raid. And I hope you are looking forward to more racism. Okay. Given saying the Saiduka people lived on Cranigs, or however that's spelled, little pyramidal huts built out on the water. Oh, that's cool. On the water, that's fun. Nice. Okay, so now we're in the raid folder. We're going to play Desert Raid, which is desert.exe, or maybe raid.exe. Let's find out. Or desraid.exe? Who knows? Okay, well, I got the right one, I guess. The shareware days, good times. You could get a whole level for free. Skunny, special agent for hire. I feel like I might have mashed through that, but I don't care. Desert Raid. So what is Desert Raid? Let me show you. Well, we'll do game setup first. Sound Blaster, please. Okay. Instructions. Space fire. Alt bomb. Arrows move. And don't forget to pick up good stuff. Super health is back. Does this mean Super Skunny is back? I don't know. We'll find out. So this is like a shooter game. Reports of a large military buildup by the evil dictator Sadman Insane. And we've seen his face before because they reused his face graphic for the Chef of Cutties in Save Our Pieces. But here he's standing in for Saddam Hussein in a very biting bit of social commentary, political satire, I should say, for, at the time, stuff, 1993, Gulf War. Anyway, Sadman Insane, report has reached Washington, D.C., and by all accounts, this madman is building weapons of mass destruction. Wow, prescient. The madman also claims that he has found an ancient map that shows quite clearly that the entire circumference of the world was once his country. All mine, haha. There was only one thing to do, to send for the best of the best. We have to send Skunny Hardnut, armed with a small biplane, a few bombs, and a truckload of luck. A biplane, really? Like, they're almost a century out of date at this point. Anyway, Skunny must destroy this evil plan and rid the world of this tyrant. Skunny, in his most daring mission to date, takes to the skies, and with you at his side, this promises to be the mother of the father of the grandmother of all battles. We wish you luck and a farewell message. May the force be with you. What? Anyway, this is the same stuff that's in all the games. This little intro to who Skunny is. So I guess go back to the last stream if you wanted me to read that. All right, let's go. We're raiding the desert. New game. I must have done a little testing here. So yeah, we've got... oh yeah, sorry. The other thing I should do is check the website. Desert Raid. So that's the same thing, mostly the same thing that we saw in-game. But what are the features listed? Laugh at the crazy animations and sounds when a baddie gets it. Smart enemies. Guns and bombs and tanks and stuff. Choose to play any level. 10 levels. Really? Gravis pad. Okay, so there were like joypads back then for gaming on PC. Not that I had one. Alright. Communications. That's not 10, that's only 6 levels to choose from. Well, we might as well start with level 1. Communications. Haven't heard anything from this game yet. I'm a little worried about that. Oh god! Stop. That's super loud. Yeah. See, this is my issue. Comparing this to the Wild West, which for some reason was just super soft. Alright, I think that might be okay. Right, there goes our lives. Let's start again. You can see Skunny in his basic outfit there, the blue vest with the yellow sleeves. That's, I guess, his default super spy attire for when he's on a super spy mission. Alright. Are you joking me? Try again. Alright, so we can drop bombs, but they're limited. We can shoot. But we have to mash to shoot, which is pretty annoying. When I beat this level, I'll try and set up turbo and joy to key, which will help a lot. We can destroy enemy projectiles if we're good enough at aiming them. Are you kidding me? Okay, 3 bombs to destroy a tank. This is not making a noise. Okay, more than 4 bombs to destroy an artillery thing. We can intercept the hitbox of the parachute to pick up the item. The super health nut gave me a full energy refill, but I hadn't lost too much at that point, I guess. Yeah, this is more an avoidance game. You know, you say evasion, I say avoidance. Okay, homing rockets that do a fair bit of damage. Maybe 2 pips at once. Yeah. Okay, well I hit the tree while I was going for the nut. It's odd because some things are in the background. Oh, well, never mind. I was trying to pause, but I just exited. But we will set up turbo now. So auto repeat 60 times per second. Okay. So now my gun... Yeah, my gun should do rapid fire. Okay. Let's test it out. Oops, that's the bomb button. I mapped the wrong one. Okay. And I think I wasted all my bombs. Oh no, just most of them. Hey, I'm still alive because I moved out of the way of that tree. Alright. Wrong button again. Okay, look at that. That's incredible. Seems like there's a limit to how many times I can hit it. Oh! Okay, it's my least favorite kind of horizontal shmup. It's the one where if you impact any kind of terrain, you instantly die. Okay, well the high screen score is not blank this time, so that's an improvement. So yeah, I guess mid-level save states are the order of the day here is what's needed. But yeah, it's very much not the kind of shmup where you're defeating waves of enemies. It's much more about avoiding projectiles. Okay, unfortunately the gun does make a noise that kind of overrides other noises the game is making. But there's not much I can do about that. This is what we need to do to survive. Needs must. So yeah, and our health stock is pretty limited. 10 is the maximum, it looks like, which is unfortunate. Especially with the homing rockets that do 2 damage at once. And yeah, I was pretty confused about what's background and what's foreground, because there's really no visual difference, but trees will instantly kill you. But other things like the power lines, the sand dunes, they're just background detail and they won't hurt you at all. Okay. Oh, okay. An enemy plane. But it just left the screen. Oh god. I'm supposed to laugh at the silly animation, but I just can't bring myself to. I'm kind of bemused by it. Laughing at it. Laughing at the fact that the game thinks that's funny, you know, that kind of thing. Oh boy. 1 health. It refilled 1. That's real harsh. Okay. Let's is where the save states come in. The bullets impacting on the tree. Poor tree. It didn't ask to be involved in this war. Oh boy. I'm now thinking about current events as well. Which is never a good thing. I think maybe we have the shareware version of this game as well. That's possible. Oh well. I'm pretty sure the Gulf War was happening when this game was released, by the way. Oh my god, the flashing. So once you pick up the super bomb, it destroys all enemies on screen, but it also destroys photosensitive people, so yeah, I guess I won't use that again. They do give you a lot of bombs though. They don't seem very useful because you can only drop them once you're directly overhead of something, and by that point you've probably bypassed their projectiles being dangerous to you. So why bother at that point? What's the point? Yeah, I don't mind skipping over these games anyway, because that's not why I'm really here. The reason I'm actually playing the Skunny games is because I want to see Skunny Special Edition and the ways in which it was influenced by Donkey Kong Country. This is all just background and context, and we're probably not going to get much more context from playing through the other 9 levels than we are by playing 1, you know? I did need that health, but I got hit by a rocket picking it up, so that was a net loss of health. Down to 2. I better save state. Oh, it ended up on the tree. That's cute. Okay. Holy. I wouldn't have got through that without the rapid fire. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to drop the big bomb, so warning for photosensitivity. Okay, that's how you beat the level. Wow, wasn't that exciting? We completed mission 1, and there's 6 to choose from, even though the website said there's 10, but maybe you unlock more once you beat the first 6. Completed. Radar, oil refinery, electricity, headquarters, airport. Can we go straight to the headquarters and just beat the game? Oh, it's much longer. 1,000 Ks, 6,800 Ks. Wait, 6,800 kilometers? That's a really, really long way. What? Anyway, that was the shareware version of Desert Raid, where Skunny takes politics into his own hands, I guess. Fascinating. This is the kind of thing people were making in 1993. Anyway, what else have we got for today? I'll tell you by pressing CD ... Now ls. We want space. No, we want CD space. Because we're going to be going onto Skunny in space. Let's just do a little check of the browser. I read somewhere that this game was included for free if you ordered Desert Raid, so this wasn't even a paid product, it was a bonus. But they say on the website this is a rework of the Atari classic Moon Buggy. We've brought it into the 90s with 256 color VGA graphics and some of the weirdest aliens you've ever met. Meet the juggling schnoz and the goo-throwing gyro schnoz in a non-stop game of action and skill. You must jump over large craters whilst avoiding those mean green aliens. Collect our poor astronauts and recover the stolen satellite dishes. Crazy animations and sounds. Wow. Twin laser power. Again, we can choose any level and there's 10 of them. So, oh, and shareware was available as well. Remains to be seen whether we've got the shareware or the registered version. We'll find out by playing it, shall we? So, LS. Space, I guess. Yeah. Don't want so many damn X's. Okay. What have you got for us this time, Skunny? There's that same title screen again, pre-title screen. Only this time, we're going to space. Stand by for important broadcast. Hula hula, I want your smoola. Get off this frequency now. Please stand by. What? Our astronauts issued a distress call from sector... Woof. Roman numerals. 1973. Why is that important? It was faint and garbled, but we managed to decipher it. We're surrounded by green things with large... This sounds crazy, but they have large noses and are running about with our satellite dishes. One's coming over here. It is... That's disgusting. That was the last we heard from them. All data on life forms fitting the description. 1. Harry Manilow. Oh, funny. 2. The evil schnoz hordes. We eliminated Harry after we found out he was on tour. So that's Barry Manilow, but it's not. Anyway. Skunny Special Agent, we need you to get lost in space. Okay, so aliens have done something naughty with our astronauts, and we got to stop them. Right, tell me. Game setup. What? That's never been a problem before. Keyboard then, I guess. Oh, right, I'm still turbo firing my enter button. That's why it went straight into that. Let me fix that. Okay. Sound blaster, please. Thank you. We had that beep. Well, now that I've picked... And music. Okay, music wasn't selected. It's still beeping. Okay, well, that's fine. It's probably just for that menu. Okay. Instructions. Fire and bomb. Okay. We might have to set up the thing. Turbo. We'll see. Story. We already got a bit of story, but a different kind of story now. Our planet has survived many things. War, pestilence, famine. But this time we are in major trouble. All our TV satellite dishes have been stolen by a horde of crazed schnozzers. Our astronauts were sent to the moon to retrieve the dishes, but the villains captured them and are at this very moment forcing them to take part in bizarre alien rituals, capital R. We have sent top secret agent Skunny Hardnut to the moon to retrieve the astronauts and dishes. No punctuation. Skunny's equipped with the state-of-the-art moon buggy and twin lasers, and a healthy supply of nuts. The terrain is awful, and the invaders are mean. Don't know why they always put the space in front of the full stop, but anyway. We must come through this, or it will be the end of commercial breaks as we know them. Okay, we got to save our TV in this one. Notice that the artist credited here is the same the same design as the alien. So, yep. That's something to note, I guess. Alright, let's go. New game. So similar to Desert Raid, we've got different sites that we can pick from, and they also have kilometer ratings. We'll start with number 1, why not? Holy, okay, is that too loud? It's okay, actually. Alright, so... Oh, okay. I don't... Very similar to Desert Raid with the HUD and the death graphic there as well. We have special kind of bombs. It's shooting them both at once. That's... What? How do I survive that pit? That gap? Because I can't move while I'm rocket boosting. You just have to rely on the auto scroll to get you through. And what's this B? That refills our bombs and gives us quite a lot. Oh, a different death animation. This time Skunny ascends up to heaven. Because he has lost his last red tail. He has as many lives as he thinks he can get away with, you know. Well, that was odd. Let's consult the instruction screen again. Space, fire, alt, bomb. You know, I don't think they changed the control tips from Desert Raid, because this does not describe how this game actually works. Because alt makes you boost up into the air, and space makes you shoot both of your guns at once, even though one of them is a limited resource. That's really weird. The aliens scream. I don't like that. It makes me wonder if I'm the good guy or not, you know. But I guess nobody wants to die. Even if you're stealing TV satellites or whatever they're doing. And this is maybe the worst music loop yet of all of the games. I held down the button as long as I could and it didn't give me any extra height. You can't press it multiple times. You can't move when you're in the air. And moving before doing the boost doesn't affect your momentum like it did in Wild West. You know, the first 2 Skunny games I played last week gave me maybe a false impression of how solid the other ones would be. Because, like, say what you want about even Back to the Forest. It functionally worked, right? You could progress in it. This I don't know how to beat the first level. I can't get over the second pit. Right, contact with the UFOs destroys them as well. That's good. Can't believe it's firing both shots with one button. Is this an issue where, like, it's registering like a gamepad as well as doing my joy to key things? I'm gonna turn off joy to key and see what changes. Okay, now I can't do anything. So that wasn't it. Yeah, joy to key is required apparently. It did say it didn't recognize the joystick. Gotta wonder where they took these sound effects from, because they're obviously stolen from something. Oh boy. Yeah, no wonder they gave this away for free. I guess I could choose a different level? Yeah, let's do that. Maybe a short one. Yeah, I mashed through and it buffered my escape input, apparently. No, it buffered my enter input. My mistake. Okay. Level has been saved. Oh, great. I'm glad it saved my progress in that level. So how many kilometers is that? 2,550. Let's pick the shortest one. And the most important, surely, pick up astronauts. Well, there's multiple pick up / collect astronauts. But we're going to do this one, level 6. And let's see what happens. Okay, one of them got stuck on my wheel? That's weird. I'm trying now, like, pressing up while jumping and seeing if that affects the trajectory. No, it doesn't. Okay, good to know. We gotta try things because the game is not explaining itself very well. Alright, the super health not only restores 10 health, which is a problem because I'm losing quite a bit in this level. This is level 6, of course. Sounds like a Looney Tunes scream. Yeah, you might be onto something. Like something out of Duck Dodgers, maybe. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if they were taking Looney Tunes sound effects for some of these. And Duck Dodgers would fit the theme. It's the same sound effect for running over an enemy alien as it is picking up an item that refills my bombs, apparently. This is really badly designed. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, I figured out how it works. That means I can go back and do level 1 actually. And then I can explain it to you. Because that level is just really stupidly hard. Maybe we'll have a better chance on level 1. Got more points because we blew up more enemies. Okay, so I haven't played Atari's Moon Buggy. I haven't got around to playing Atari 50 yet, but maybe that's a mechanic in that. But it, yeah, the boost mechanic, I was saying before I couldn't figure out a way to make it go higher, but the Moon Buggy has a bit of sonic momentum. If you start driving forward, you eventually pick up speed and your driving speed gets a little boost. Now when you're in that faster horizontal mode, your upwards jet boost has much higher reach. So that's how that works. But just the arc on the projectiles and the way you have absolutely no control once you're in the air is going to make this very difficult. Right, so you just need a run up basically. It's just really not smooth in how the momentum mechanics are handled. Very clunky feeling. Okay. And like the arc on the projectiles, it's just terrible, it feels bad. And you move so slowly that it's really hard to avoid enemy shots. But okay, I'm getting a slightly better understanding of how this works now, so maybe we can have another attempt and get a bit further. That's the plan. Yeah. Bunch of shareware games today, huh? Didn't get very far, but I don't feel very motivated to get further. Unlike in Back to the Forest and Save Our Pizzas, which I feel had more redeeming qualities and just were a little more fun to play. You know, it could be my mental state at the moment as well, but yeah, I don't think the 3 games that we've covered today are anywhere near as good as even Back to the Forest, which was really rough, honestly. So yeah, bit of a shame. Um, yeah. Just your timing's got to be perfect. Oh no. This is real bad. And they just fire so much. Really hard to get in between those shots. Okay, that's some progress. My shot despawned just before it hit the enemy. Oh, and you take more damage from a collision than you do from a projectile. Okay. New PB and some health refills. 14's the maximum, unlike 10 in the biplane. Of course, the super technologically advanced moon buggy would have more health than a biplane, but not by much. You know, not by too much. That would just be unreasonable. In fact, I'd do better with the biplane here because I'd be able to move around the whole screen and avoid these things better. SOS. Is this the astronaut? Well, we're doing quite well, and we're at full health, so quick save state. Yeah, that does sound very Looney Tunes, doesn't it? All the screaming is just really annoying, though. It's way too much. Drop! Yeah, we got it. Oh, and we just cleared that gap. Yep, couldn't hit any of those. The sound effects are just obnoxious and horrible. Okay, health refill. Much needed. Another save state. Yeah, honestly, this game's an assault on the senses. At least it doesn't flash the screen in bright colors. I won! Well done. I beat the shareware version of Lost in Space. And yeah, like I said, I feel horrible today, so... Yeah, these games didn't help much with that, unfortunately. So we're done. Sorry. I didn't beat any of the games, but you understand. You saw. You saw what happened. You saw what they're like. What they put me through. So we're done. Thanks for watching. Kind of underwhelming, honestly. I hoped I could make more progress in the games, but I'm sick of this stuff. Next time, kart racing. Back on firmer ground, I hope. Especially since it may be copying somebody else's work. I'll talk about that again next week, but there's a whole thing with Copysoft potentially using somebody else's code. Anyway, here's something that I forgot to point out last week. You see this logo, Copysoft? That's the Banjo-Kazooie font. Coincidence? This predates Banjo-Kazooie. Although it's unclear whether this website predates it, because this is the website as it was after the American company had bought up the Belgian company's assets and started reselling their games over the internet. So yeah, maybe they were trading on that, but it is funny. Once you start seeing this font, you'll see it in various places, especially if it's a game that's trying to evoke Banjo-Kazooie specifically. I don't remember what the name of the font is. But yeah, next time we'll be looking at some kart races. Not just Skunny Kart, but related titles like Wacky Wheels. Okay, that didn't load. Wacky Wheels. as well as the HD remake of Wacky Wheels. But yeah, I probably won't play through the whole things of those. But if we can play through more of Skunny Kart, that would be nice. So that's the plan. Please join me then, and we can have some fun. Yay! Fun. I do remember what fun is, and I hope we can experience it next week. Thank you. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm fine. All right. So goodbye, and please stay hydrated. Bye.